Alright, what is up? As you can see, a lot has changed here. I've got my haircut, my venue has changed. I'm officially in my bedroom now. This is my new home office. I will insert a picture of it in this region here, I guess. Maybe. Maybe not. So I'm going to take these off so you can actually see what I'm doing with my eyes, because I know the glare on the screen is pretty intense. So anyways, my bedroom is great, and this is why. Because downstairs, I was about 5 feet away from where my son would be roped off. We had a little gate thing, and he would come to the gate, and he would, Dad, 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 Dad. And I could block him out, I could put headphones on, and that was cool. It blocked out the noise, but it was kind of like, I felt like I was just ignoring my son, and I didn't want him to just grow up thinking, oh, Daddy's just sitting there ignoring me all the time. Daddy just doesn't love me. It just, that working from my desk there all the time, trying to block him out and shut him out, not only can it be a little distracting from time to time, but it makes it kind of not fun. So now I'm up in my bedroom. He doesn't see me, so there's less of that Dad's ignoring me. It's just Dad's gone. Kind of like if Dad were actually at work, except when he's hungry, he comes downstairs and stops in the fridge and then jumps over the gate and plays with me for 2 seconds and then goes back to the fridge and then walks around the kitchen and then goes back to the fridge, checks some cabinets, goes back to the fridge. I usually don't actually find anything to eat. I just wander around for a little while and then I remember what I was supposed to be doing and come back upstairs. So, anyways, I've been enjoying being up here in the quiet, and it's been nice. My desk is optimized for my space now. So I'm going to ask the question today: how do you tip? When it comes to your waiter and waitress, I know people have said that 15%, 20% is a good tip. Do you tip a little over that? Do you tip the 20% and then finish off the dollar? I saw somebody tip just finishing off the dollar. It was like 23 cents. It was a 23-cent tip. Why? So your credit card statement balances out? I don't know. I deliver pizza, so my delivery tipping philosophy is probably a little bit different than most. I say if I don't have enough money to tip the delivery guy very well, then I don't have enough money to order out. I should just get in my car and go get it, because I'm going to save in gas what I'm going to spend on a delivery charge anyways. Where I work, it's like a $2.25 delivery charge, and I don't get that money. I get like $1 for every delivery I do. That doesn't even cover my gas. You might be like, oh, well, that's kind of extreme, Mike. That's not... How do you know it doesn't cover your gas? I actually have a spreadsheet. I'm really geeky. I have a spreadsheet that I track every night I go out. I fill up my gas tank before I start, enter in my mileage. Then when I'm done, I enter in my finishing mileage. I fill my gas tank up again. I write in how much I spent in gas, how many gallons it was, how many deliveries I did, how many hours I worked, what I made in tips. And it actually calculates how much I'm earning and how much I'm earning per hour. And it tells me if that delivery charge is actually covering my gas. And I'm usually like 50 cents to $1 short. So I think the good news is at the end of the year, I can kind of like take off the extra in taxes. I'm not sure about that for sure. I'm not an accountant, but I think that's how it works. But yeah, so the cool thing about that is in a couple of months, or maybe even another month, I'll have like 3 months worth of data, and I can kind of give you like a glimpse at what a pizza delivery guy actually makes on average using my figures from 3 months. So that'll be kind of cool for any of you who are curious what a pizza guy makes and who enjoy listening to a geek talk about spreadsheets. But when it comes to tipping, what do you think? I've met a lot of people who think that $1 or $2 is good. In fact, I delivered to an old man the other night. Like, great guy, just really old. I got there and, hello there, young man, come on inside. Just put the pizza over here. And here you go, this is for you. Well, thank you for the $1, sir. I understand to you that's probably a lot of money. To me, I'm like, man, $1, I can't even buy a candy bar with this anymore. Do you remember back in like 1995 when 49 cents bought you a Twix or a Hershey's bar, and king size was like almost unheard of? There were like 2 candies that had king size and nobody ever bought them because they were ridiculously expensive. And now it's like everything is king size. Where's the regular size candy? Where's the I want to be a diabetic food? It's not there. So $1 or $1.09 for a regular size candy bar, king size, is like $8,000. It's crazy. So, anyways, I've got my $1 tip and I hop back in my car and I go. That's the end of that story. And then I found $1. So I'm curious, What do you think is a good tip for a delivery driver? And are there things that you want to see in a delivery driver that are going to make you tip him more or tip him less? Or do you just think delivery drivers don't deserve a tip? But yeah, and then when it comes to a waiter or waitress, what do you look for in that? Are there things that make you tip more or less? Myself, when the wait person screws up a lot, I actually start to feel bad for them and I tip them more. And I see that kind of is a common thing even in delivery driving. I had a night where the other guy left early. We were really dead. Nobody was ordering delivery, so he left early. And then it was like everybody went nuts, and I was doing delivery after delivery all by myself. At one point, I had 5 deliveries stacked up in my car. I could barely see out the window. And I'm running around. It's taken like estimated delivery time is like 2.5 hours. So I'm getting to these people's houses, and they're just sitting there waiting, starving. And every single one of them, they're like, "Oh man, it's this is rough for you, isn't it? Is the pizza still warm? Oh, it's warm still. Great. Listen, some people out there are jerks, and you're probably gonna get stiffed. Here's $5-6. Sweet." But everybody did that. I went home with like $60 at the end of the night. Fantastic. Yes, ma'am. This is my wife.
I don't know where I'm looking.
I don't know. We can't actually see what's going on the screen, so like I have to set the shot up and then move into like start recording and try not to move out of it. So I think you need to come down a little bit. I'm not really sure. This is Megan. She's awesome. She has cool punk rock hair based on her character in Guitar Hero or Rock Band or one of those games. The only video game she'll play with me. She won't play Halo. I don't know why. All right. The end.